From time to time, I think, like you, I go on the hunt for something cool. Something that's cool, vintage, fun, but cheap. You know, it's gotta be cheap. Otherwise, you can get cool, fun, vintage at some crazy high Leica price. And where's the fun in that? Now, on this particular occasion, I was having a little browse around eBay for something funky and vintage that I could have a play with, and we came up with this little number from Fuji. So let's take a look and see what on earth I've spent £6.70 on, and if it was a complete waste of a few coffees. Let's see this beauty and see what exactly we got. There you go, unboxing done. £6.70 in total. Could be good, could be bad. Cheers and enjoy, Dave. Sound. Thanks, Dave. Software for Finepix. There's every chance that that's not in the package, and that's going to be completely useless to me. What is this? A warranty. I wonder if that's still 12 months from the date of purchase. Yeah, maybe not. Ooh. 2 megapixels. Let's do this. Ha! There you go, look at that. Well, that's been looked after. Possibly never read ever. And potentially I'm not reading that either. Right, quick start guide. Looks fairly straightforward. Guarantee registration. Software. Yeah. Can't even remember the name right now of that. But that clearly is going to be very handy. And the main event. Right, look at this. Yeah, looks like, give or take a bit of dust, this thing could be fun. Clearly a lot of plastic is going on there. There's a small subsection of the internet that wishes that the CCD sensor had won the race against the CMOS, which came along and wasn't as good with colours and stuff, but was a lot cheaper to produce, a lot more flexible, a lot better in low light. And well, you know, we've had a great time with the CMOS sensor ever since, but the CCD, it could still offer us something now. Let's have a little look at this thing closer up, if that's not already close enough. On the top then we've got on off, and now on will open to reveal the lens in there, the tiny lens. We've got, interestingly, stills, playback and movie mode. That's going to be really low quality, but could be a bit of vintage fun. If you thought the T1 was bad when it comes to using a D-pad, you've not experienced life. Back in the 2000s. Display, menu, back, nice and simple. Tiny little screen there. On this side we've got that funky little USB port, and we've got a DC in just in case you really want to power this up. Let's have a look in here and see how the ports are looking. We can get some batteries in there, and look at that beauty. 16 meg smart media card. Man, I don't remember this. That's going back. And that's a Fujifilm own brand smart media. Look at that. So that's what we're going to be using for the sample shots. I like that. It's kind of funky, kind of cool, and extremely limiting. Hey, very much like the cheap camera challenges, but probably a lot less fun and a bit more geeky. Batteries in, on. Let's set that. It is definitely not 2001, so let's go forward to, does it even have it? 2018. And a little bit of a flash, self timer. Oh, here we go. Quality. No, quality. Okay, let's put that at its highest, 2 meg. Fine, normal and basic. Of course we want fine because we want to see what we can do. Power save mode, nah, forget it. USB mode, PC cam, DSC, date, time, we've done beep, no beeps. English, what else we got? French. Hidden display, gives you a little grid if you want to get your composition game going. Good to go. We've got a digital zoom, which actually suggests It's not that bad. It's not exactly unsharp. Let's get some fresh batteries on the go and get out there and shoot it. And I'll see you on the other side. Get yourself on eBay, down a charity shop, pick up something like this. Do make sure that it comes with the USB cable you need if it's a different kind of USB connection. If it's a media card that you're just not used to or using or have access to a card reader for, then make sure you have a way of getting the files off the camera. It's obvious, but this thing with that really random USB port, well, I'm glad it was included, because then I didn't have to go on the hunt for the cable or the card for that matter. As you can appreciate, I had about 16 shots on the card. I could have hooked up the USB to an OTG, to an Android device to clear the card as I was out and about, but I just took it out, shot. When it was done, took it on, whatever, took it out again. And yeah, you've got to work right within the limits. And in fact, I didn't really have the weather to help me out with that at all. And yeah, the batteries, it seems to go through about, I don't know, 20 or so frames with a tiny bit of reviewing, a little bit of deleting, and then it's dead. Then you're back into new batteries again. So yeah, it's definitely old and not particularly effective. A camera like this makes you slow down and think about what you're doing, especially when the battery's constantly dying on you. Everything you saw, yes, was straight out of the camera, untouched, as you could tell by a few of the frames were a little bit dodgy. But I did throw a few into Photoshop, and I noticed there was a little bit of dynamic range in there that you could play with. So the images that I threw up could actually have been even better with a few minor tweaks. But I think this is a fun one to use with your mobile phone if you can get the files onto it, and maybe throw up on your Instagram. That's just a quick rip around this A201 CCD Magic, I would say so. 2 megapixels, doesn't matter. I'm not going to be printing them up particularly large or anything. It's a good bit of plastic fun. And in fact, you know what? I think I'm going to carry this around in the car just for a little bit of a random workout every now and then. What do you reckon? Let us know if you found any really crazy bargains out there. Let us know what you think about the CCD or the Super CCD. We've barely touched the topic, but Fuji have always known how to do great colors. And something that I'd really like to do is go back to my first digital, my S2 Pro, and see how that fares. But I don't own one, so I guess eBay it is.